guys, this is my video about my favorite kinds of coffee. So check it out. This is no means an advertisement for any coffee company in particular. Like I said in my last video about coffee, I just buy whatever's locally available and on sale. And if not, then I try to find something on Amazon that meets my specifications. So without further ado, here is my favorite coffee video. Okay, as you can see, I put some of the beans out of this bag into this cup, and as anybody who's a coffee aficionado knows, that this is a medium roast. You can tell because there are some darker colored beans and some lighter beans. It doesn't matter what kind of roast it is. It's just a flavor preference. What's important is what's on the package. And I did show this type of coffee last video. This just happens to be the type that I can find locally on sale right now for a very good price at one of my discount grocers. But it really doesn't matter what brand it is. What matters is how it was processed. And see, this label is beautiful. It is a coffee snob's dream because it's right here on the front. It tells you that it's a single origin. Now, blends are not bad as long as they're, the process that you prefer. You just have to read for that. I personally, it doesn't matter what kind of coffee that you like to drink. If it doesn't say where it came from and how it was processed, then, I personally wouldn't buy it. And here are the important things right here. So we've got the grade of coffee, which is, that's good. We like that. We like Arabica. Arabica's nice, but it's not necessary. But the most important part is the processing. See, it says washed. All right. If it doesn't say that for me, I won't buy it personally because I just can't tolerate the other kind. This is also cool because it tells you what elevation it was grown at. Okay, and this is, of course, in meters, so you're going to have to figure that out. But that's probably about, I would say, 3,000 to 5,000 feet. And then it also gives you the flavor notes is what they call it. But like the flavor profile is what I prefer to call it. And then it tells you it's a medium roast and it's a whole bean. If it doesn't have all that information on it, then how are you going to know what you're buying? You might be buying a pile of crap for all you know. So it doesn't matter whether you want washed coffee or not. I suggest that you look at the label and see how it was processed. See where it was grown, how it was made. It doesn't matter if it's organic. It doesn't matter whatever. Read the dang label. This is why I will not buy coffees that do not list this kind of stuff. And then it goes on and it talks about, like their company motto, whatever. All of these have all this kind of, I don't know, marketing BS on them. So don't just read this kind of stuff that has, all about the company, which is nice and it's pretty, it's whatever. But, and it's a good thing to know, I guess, who you're buying from. But really the most important part is how it's processed. And then, of course, they're going to tell you, brewing instructions and whether or not it's flavored, whether or not it's gluten-free, because I guess apparently they add gluten to flavored coffees sometimes, and whether it's, it's non-GMO, which that's great. That's all great. But as far as I'm concerned, with my allergies and stuff, if it's not a washed coffee, I won't buy it. Now, this also tells you a little bit more about the coffee, blah, blah, blah. So there you have it. That's basically it. I mean, I've had people ask, how you choose coffee. Well, this is how you do it. Don't buy something that doesn't have the information on the label, just like anything else you would buy. Okay? That's me. I'm a big coffee snob. That's why I look for this. I look for, and it could be anywhere on the label, not just the front. This one just happens to be, nicer about it, and they put this sticker on the front. But you're going to have to look all over the whole bag, and if you don't find the information you want, don't buy the stuff. And just like anything else. Okay, so The reason why I made this video is because people were asking about how to find coffee that doesn't have mold in it, how to find the washed processed coffee. I wish I had a better way to tell you guys other than just read the label. If there's something out there that you want to buy, do your research. I don't care what it is. Coffee's no exception. If you can't find it locally, there are selections on Amazon. They're probably pretty slim sometimes. You just have to look. You really have to type in washed processed coffee. I'm thinking if I do keep drinking coffee, because I've always for a long time been toying with the fact that I probably should quit drinking it. I don't know if it's the best thing in the world for me, but the washed coffee I do tolerate better, but I really think that if I had a way to do it, it would be fun to roast my own coffee. And that's another option for you guys, because I did notice that on Amazon there are more selections of unroasted coffee beans that have been, processed the washed way. Because I looked to make sure that there were still some on there, because I had told people to go to Amazon and check it out. I do know that the Bulletproof Coffee brand, the guy that founded it, he's the one that really brought this kind of stuff to light about the mold in the coffee. And so his coffee is a little expensive, but he won't use anything but washed processed coffee beans. So if you can't find anything else, I do know that there are some supermarkets that carry that, and Amazon has it too. And it's a little more expensive. I personally try to find stuff, like I say, that's on sale and that's cheaper and that is processed the way that I want it to be. But he has his whole big old deal about, washed process, and I think it's organic and all that good, happy stuff that everybody likes to hear. So hopefully, you guys can find something in your area or online, and if you have the space and the inclination to do it, buy washed green coffee beans and roast them yourself. Learn how to do it. It would be a hobby that I would really like to take up someday. And unless I just quit drinking coffee altogether. But I think it would make nice Christmas gifts too, to roast your own coffee and give it to people. So, or just anything, any kind of occasion. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I'd had several people asking me, about the washed coffee. I don't really know too much about the process other than the fact that, before they do the drying part and the roasting part, they take and wash the fruit off of the coffee bean as much as possible before they put it out to be sun-dried or kiln-dried or however they want to do it. That's the biggest difference, because if they leave the fruit on there and dry it that way, it's what they call the natural process. And yeah, it takes less resources and all that kind of stuff, and you're not using a bunch of water. But what happens is a lot of times that fruit can mold on there, and that's where the mold toxin comes in. So for people that are sensitive like myself, it's just better to get the washed kind of coffee. That's not to say that every producer of sun-dried or natural processed coffee is coming up with moldy coffee, because weather conditions could provide for something that's nice, that doesn't happen. But yeah, I just don't want to take any chances anymore. I've had too many episodes where I just didn't feel good, or I had to run to the toilet real fast, and that's just not something that I want to deal with anymore. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys. I hope that it helps you select the type of coffee that's right for you. If you don't have any issues with it, if it doesn't bother you, don't worry about it. I mean, just get whatever kind of coffee you want. But if you really want something that has a good, clean, crisp flavor that's really true to what the coffee is supposed to taste like, as far as I'm concerned, try the wash just for the flavor. I really do think it has a better flavor. So yeah, so there's that. And like I said, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope this helps somebody. But yeah, I guess I wasn't detailed enough in my last video about it, so I just wanted to put that out there. So thank you guys, and I hope that this helps you, and thanks for watching again, and have a nice day. Bye.